Hello everyone, I am Ankita Roy, the first year MBBS student from Bardwan Medical College. A warm welcome to my new YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to share what resources I have used during my NEET journey. So in this journey, what not to study is much more important than what to study, because there are multiple resources, so many books in the market, so many coaching modules are also there. So students sometimes feel confused that what resources should we use. In this journey, what I realized that limiting your resources and giving multiple revision is very necessary. You should stick to one standard resource and then you have to revise it multiple times, because revision is very important. If you go for multiple resources, then at the end of the day, that means at the end of the year, it becomes very difficult to revise all the stuffs. But if you stick to a concise resource which is really necessary, that means omitting the unnecessary stuff and following the standard things and following a proper guidance, then of course it becomes quite easier. So now let's start with biology. So biology is the main subject, that means it has the 50% weightage. So it's very crucial to get a good command in biology. So in biology I used NCERT. You all know that NCERT is the Bible for biology. So NCERT 11th and 12th I read thoroughly, and the second resource I used was my coaching modules and also my teacher's notes. I used to make class notes, and I really revised a lot my handwritten notes. So in biology, to sum up, I used NCERT thoroughly and my coaching modules and also my teacher's notes. For practicing biology MCQ, I used Cengage Objective Biology for NEET, Volume 1 for 11 and Volume 2 for 12. I really loved the book because it thoroughly followed the NCERT. There are NCERT questions, NCERT based questions, conceptual questions, and the statement based questions, which are really necessary according to the latest pattern of NEET. So, and the previous year questions were there. So I really loved the book. And some chapters I did for MTG Fingertips, and that was a nice book. I actually used to do one MCQ book thoroughly, and then when I was done with that, then I used to go for the second book, and this was my strategy for solving the MCQ. And that books are really good, and these books helped me a lot. And the second thing which I used for MCQ solving was the coaching modules. I also solved the coaching modules. For physics, for theory portion, I used to revise my class notes. The notes I used to make during the classes, these were all my handwritten notes. So every time I revised those notes for theory portion. And the second thing I used to do for theory portion was my coaching module. I used to read my coaching modules also. This was a go through, but actually I revised my class notes, my handwritten notes. For solving numericals and the question practice, I used to solve a standard MCQ book. Here also I solved the Cengage Objective Physics for NEET, both for 11th and 12th. The second resource I used for MCQ solving was coaching modules. I used to solve my coaching modules thoroughly as well as the MCQ books. For NEET preparation, the previous year questions are very necessary. The previous year questions are there in the MCQ books, which are specially for NEET, that means NEET objective books. And for physics, I also practiced the JEE Mains previous year question, that is the JEE archive. And to solve the JEE archive, I followed the Arihant book, Arihant Objective Physics book. Objective Physics book is there, MCQ book, which contains the previous year questions of JEE, and some of the JEE advanced questions are also there. So I also solved the JEE level questions from the MCQ book. For physics NCERT, it is good to do the physics NCERT, but I didn't do the physics NCERT because I didn't had so much time. So I had 2 years of preparation. My boards were also there, and then I was preparing simultaneously with my boards. I didn't get so much time for reading the physics NCERT, so I didn't read the physics NCERT thoroughly. For just modern physics chapter, for the semiconductor physics, I had a go through, but I didn't thoroughly read the physics NCERT. But I think if anybody has time, he or she should refer the physics NCERT. Just have a go through on the physics NCERT. I think it will be enough. I didn't read physics NCERT, but it is better if you have time, you can go through the physics NCERT. But that should be after you have a great command on the chapter. Initially, I think physics NCERT we shouldn't read, because it is really tough to understand. After one acquires a good command on a chapter, then it is better to have a go through on the physics NCERT. Coming to chemistry, so chemistry has 3 separate sections, that is physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. So for physical chemistry, for theory portion, I really followed my teacher's notes. The handwritten notes which I used to make during the classes, I again and again revised those notes only, and the coaching modules I also referred for the theory purpose, but the main focus was on my class notes. For solving the physical chemistry questions, and especially the numerical type questions, I followed my coaching modules and my class notes which I made. They were rich in numerical questions, very conceptual questions, and the coaching modules I followed for the MCQ practice. I also followed the NCERT exemplar book. For organic chemistry, I again follow my class notes, the handwritten notes which I used to make during my classes, that were really helpful. And besides this, I also referred my coaching modules for the theory purpose in the organic chemistry. For organic, I thoroughly followed the NCERT book, but I used to read the NCERT during the last month of my preparation. But at the beginning, I followed my class notes and the coaching modules, and at the end of my preparation during the last few months, I started reading organic from NCERT, and that really helped me a lot. For inorganic chemistry, I thoroughly studied the NCERT, and in inorganic chemistry, NCERT should be followed like in biology. That means we should read line to line. I thoroughly followed the inorganic NCERT. I read each and every line, highlighted each and every important points. The charts and everything is really important in inorganic chemistry. For solving question in inorganic chemistry, again I had the coaching modules, but the inorganic chemistry questions are quite direct from NCERT, and the questions which I used to solve during the classes really helpful. So I didn't need any other resources for the inorganic chemistry. Besides this, I followed my class notes, which helped me to clear the concepts and helped me in conceptual clarity. And the main thing which I followed in inorganic chemistry was NCERT. To sum up, in physical chemistry, I used my class notes and the coaching modules. For inorganic chemistry, the NCERT and my class notes and my coaching modules also. And in organic chemistry, my class notes, NCERT and coaching modules. So my Neet resource was NCERT and my class notes and some MCQ books. So actually I really focused on NCERT and my class notes. So I gave multiple revision to NCERT and my class notes. So I read the class notes and get the conceptual clarity, and then read NCERT. So the chapter becomes crystal clear to me, and limiting my resources helped me one thing, to save a lot of time, and I was able to give multiple revision to one chapter. And with revision, it helps me to increase my speed and accuracy. So my personal opinion is to limiting the resources and multiplying the revision is very important. If you have limited resources, if one have limited resources, it becomes very easy to give multiple revision, which is very necessary in NEET exam. In this video, I have discussed what resources I have used for physics, chemistry and biology, and I am planning to bring out a new video on the separate strategy, that means for physics, chemistry, bio, that means subject wise strategy, videos I am planning. Please stay tuned. I hope my videos help you, and all the best, and see you in the next video. Thank you.